It's like banelings as well. Banelings, they just feel like they're damaging to relationships. They always hurt whoever they hug. If they get close to anyone, it's gonna end. It's gonna end badly.
It's
But
going
with
to end in
these,
tears and a spew of acid.
but we do have these two players loaded, greedy. So we should probably talk about this a little bit. In the bottom right position, we've got Drz.History as the red Protoss.
Yep, and working in the top left, we have Triple L's uThermal as the purple Terran. So the winner of this goes on to the loser bracket finals. Both very tense, because keep in mind all these games today, if they lose, they're out. So a lot of players have just been dropping out like flies. These two have managed to win their two best of threes, and they're coming on to face each other to try and, well, they're essentially just continuously fighting for their tournament life.
And it's always a tough spot to be in there. It's so much pressure on the line. The good thing about double elimination is as long as you're on the right half of it, you have a little buffer for error.
Yeah.
Once you're on the other side, though, bad times. Painful times. Agonizing times.
It is, because you're like, oh, it's fine. If I lose, then I can drop down and do another one. But if you go down in the first round, you're like, crap. Every game now, I'm fighting for my life.
Every game matters. So, ultimately, Acheron Waste is a big macro map. That should mean that we get a bit more of a long playstyle. But being a TVP, scary things can happen.
Yes, lots of scary things. Lots of all-ins can be done on this map. For the Terran. For the Protoss, not so much anymore. The early game now favours kind of Protoss more for when they want to go like, right, I'm going to throw down 3 gates, Stargate, I'm just going to go kill you. Or 3 gate, Blink all in. Any of these builds, they're all very powerful builds that are quite hard for the Terran to hold, going for that 1-rax expand.
It's true. There's also lots of play, actually, that Terran can go for with Widow Mines, which is fun. We saw that earlier. If it's successful, it can be devastating.
Yeah, these are the Widow Mine drops, the Hellion drops into the mineral line. They can wreck a Protoss's day, basically, and take a really fast game. And I wonder if we're going to see him tech all the way up. But he has just got a reactor on that Vax, and that's all, immediately pulling SCVs off gas, and so we're just going to see him go for a fast expand here.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really macro-orientated map. It's large. You can secure your third relatively quickly for both Protoss and Terran. So I'm not concerned in the slightest. I think we should be seeing relatively normal play out of these two. 2 probes in each gas. That's to get a quick mothership core. And that mothership core just keeps you safe. We've seen it many a time. Photon overcharge is incredibly potent.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Pylon at the top of the map.
Hello, Pylon.
Oh,
What are you doing up here?
Oh god, Proxy Stargate is my money. I think that's more likely than Proxy Robo. Hell, you might not know. He might be hiding a Twilight Council and DT Shrine. That's less likely though, but I reckon we're going to see a Stargate.
I hope we do. Stargates make me very, very happy.
Yeah, if it was a Proxy Robo, he would have built it by now. Definitely a Stargate. And here we... Oh, no! Oh my god, it is! It's going to be DTs.
That makes me happy.
1 in 10 games now, man. 1 in 10 games. Someone will rush DTs.
Someone will.
Some little... Well, this is one of those best of 3 builds where it's like they will not expect this. And this is going to be... If it pulls it off, he's going to be like, great, got a really good first win there, quite quickly. If it doesn't work out, then he's going to be kicking himself a little, but it's so hard to tell, honestly, because no Terran's going to be expecting this.
And DTs are just horrible. Oh no, Blink! What?
Proxy Blink? Really?
Proxy Blink.
Okay, he just wanted to hide his Blink. Still, it's a powerful build, but... Oh no, I'm disappointed, man.
Don't worry.
Not sure why he hit it that hard. Not sure why, but oh well, we're still going to see a Blink against a 1-rax expand, which is going to be really tricky for the Terran to hold.
But then having the Twilight Council so far away just means that there's going to be so many more units out. And yes, you can blink up into the main, but if these Marines stay where they are, that isn't going to be a fun place to go.
No, that really isn't. Like, that's a really good position. I think he's expecting some kind of Stargate play because it's perfectly positioned to deal with any Oracle harass. Not many SCVs have been transferred in case any kind of pressure's coming. I did hear a scan go down on the main, so he sees 3 gate. He doesn't see any units, so I think he must realise that there's some kind of pressure coming at least.
Do you think it's going to work? That's the big question, though. Is this going to be a successful push? Maybe. They are moving forward. They are getting ready to go for this.
I don't know. His stim is only halfway done. He can hold it. It would be better if he had a bunker. If he had a bunker up in his main somewhere, I'd feel a lot more comfortable. But he has got his units up there, so he won't be caught off too bad.
So
it's hard to tell.
Clearly, uThermal is suspicious because he's keeping so many units here,
Yeah.
and unless History does a huge amount of damage, he is so far behind.
He really is, and I mean, as the Marauder count raises, you don't even need stim by that point because they just do so much damage. Like, the stim just means that, okay, I've instantly won, but
A bunk
more
going
and more
down to, yeah.
is just going to be so devastating for the Protoss player if he continues to wait for this.
History is, well, he's completely aware of what's going on. If we take a look at the vision of uThermal, he's just sitting there with those units. He's really, really suspicious of what's coming down. And Aklon Waste is a good map for going for this being played, but Blink is now finished.
Yeah, and Stim's only 20 seconds away.
Oh, look, you scout once you see the Stalkers.
Yeah, and he's built a robo back home. He's trying to go for it. Good move. Command center being lifted into the main. And Stim is almost done. Give it 2 more seconds, and he can just run out and kill this.
He can. He's running that orbital away. No risk of that going down. The supply depots do go off. A couple of those may fall. But once Stim's done, as you said, combat shield also just kicking in. Big point to get a really, really far ahead. You can just run down and engage that head on, and History's not going to be able to do any more.
Yeah, and that's it, really. I mean, there's nothing more that he can do here. He waited far too long for Blink to finish.
And that's unfortunate for him, to be honest.
It really is. And I think this was because uThermal went for that gas opening. Like, he got the reactor up. Yeah, but that means his gases are already built, so he can go get his gas quite quickly.
Now, a couple or more of these pushes will occur, these pokes, but they're never going to break this line, especially now there's a Widow Mine or two out. They're going to help massively in dealing with it.
Desperation Nexus back home. He's gone like, right, well, I don't want to tap out this game, so I just got to go for this and hope that I can survive here. But if he chooses to push out across the map with his spy army, they'll just kill him.
The thing is, what is worth saying, if uThermal doesn't move out now, and actually History sits back, he's ahead in the probe count by 4. He's getting his natural down, so if uThermal is too passive, doesn't try and retake his natural, doesn't realise this pressure's eased off, he may start to get a little bit behind, but he's still producing SCVs 2 at a time, he's still got the double mule, and at best, I think History can hope to level this out, or at least get only slightly behind.
Yeah, definitely. And with... I mean, I think maybe he's just waiting for his first 2 medevacs to come out before he pushes out across the map.
Yep.
But the longer he waits, the Colossus are going to be on their way now. When he gets the gas. I mean, that then puts a clock again on how much time you can pressure before the Protoss is completely safe.
And that clock, that ticking clock, obviously History knows that that's going to be there. And I don't feel a need for uThermal to be aggressive at this stage, because he needs to just make sure he pumps out a decent number of medevacs. He's turtling up quite hard, he's getting that bunker down, he wants to secure his natural. I wouldn't be surprised actually to see a relatively quick 3rd CC in the main, ready to float down, because you can easily secure it, especially when you take down the rock tower. It's something that's safe to do, and he already knows he's ahead. You just want to keep building on your lead. Yeah,
he probably should be looking to do that immediately. Keep in mind though, he has essentially been on 1 base mining, while also going bio, so he does not have a lot of minerals to spare at the moment. But now that his natural is up and running and he's got his double mules going, look how much energy on the natural. He's got almost 150 energy on that.
He needs the mule.
Spending. Yeah.
Mule massively.
Drop in 3 mules down with that energy, which he does right now, or that income's going to spike like nothing else.
He's also got a whole ton of energy in the main, 170. I think it would be wise for him to leave a little bit of energy in case History was going DTs.
Yeah, I think that must be his thinking, because he wasn't entirely sure what was going to come his way. And that's awful to lose to DTs, and oh god. 1 Colossus is out, but it has no range. But he does not want to push into
I like that uThermal isn't actually moving up though, because it wouldn't be a super safe win.
No.
That fight could go in the Protoss' favour. And
yeah, and you're pushing up, and you don't know, like, are they going to force field, like, how well they're going to force field. It's just such a huge risk that you shouldn't really take at this point.
No, you don't need to take it. And if you don't need to take a risk, I think taking the Thorzane approach of just macroing up, spooning away at them with little drops, is much nicer from uThermal.
Yeah, and this Stalker missed out on both drops, so these 2 drops are going to land at the natural and in the main. And to be honest, he has Blink Stalkers, so he should be able to go and try and deny them, but he hasn't spread them out. He hasn't got anything in his main to try and deny drops. Anything in the natural.
Well, here we go. We have got this factory getting pushed back for the moment. The medevac are going in. There's one on each side.
And that's such a good spot in the main, right next to the robo. There's one coming into the natural now. As the army's getting pulled back into the main, it's going to go for probes there. And wow, so many probes are dying here. And actually, the Stalker's been getting killed the medevac immediately. While in the natural, he just got loads of probes and only lost a marine.
17 probes did go down there, taking the worker count 50 to 27. Apparently a quick pause there. History just needed a bit of time to work out how he's going to try and come back from this, but I think he needed more time than a pause.
Yeah, I think he needs a lot of time. He needs a lot of resources. He's kind of just behind in everywhere, and he's kind of going for it now. He's going, I've got 2 Colossus and a load of Blink Stalkers. He's just going to try and power his way through and hope that he hasn't got enough Vikings to deal with this.
Do you know what the Colossus don't have, though? Range.
They don't... Oh, God, he hasn't had enough gas, has he?
No.
No, he has gas, just no minerals.
And the trouble, the lack of range means the Marauders are equal range of them. You can just focus down the Colossus.
These Vikings are now perfectly fine. Accidental Guardian shields press.
Oh, there's a drop coming down the natural as well, and this is just getting even more. 21 workers have been killed, and with the army all across, this is all in now for History. He's moving up the ramp. He's trying to do some more damage here, Greedy, but as we can see, force fields going down, the Colossi getting